Hey, my middle schoolers, how are you today? Hope you're doing all right in this time of, just a strange time. I miss all of you terribly, very, very much. How exciting though, you're getting ready to graduate. Oh my goodness, it's just awesome. You're gonna have a great time in high school. I'm always gonna be there for you to come back to if you need to visit. But anyway, today we are going to work on a mini art gallery. So here is an example right here. And what we are gonna create is you're gonna create a floor, and then on this side, you're gonna look up a modern master and emulate or copy a favorite painting. I did Picasso. You know how much I love Picasso. But you can do whomever you would like. But Google modern master image and copy and do one on the left side. And then on the right side, you're gonna do a my masterpiece. And this kind of teaches you to work small, and you can color the background, whatever your walls wanna look like. You can do your sizes different than mine. I did 2 inches square, so 2 inches all the way around, but you can make it larger. You could also make several. Like let's say you wanted to do one modern master and then you wanted to do several of yours, different things that went together, different sizes, all that is totally fine. So let me show you how we're gonna do it. I won't go through the whole thing because it takes too long and it'd be boring for you to watch, but I will show you how to do it. So you're gonna take a piece of paper. Any piece of paper is fine. And so you need a piece of paper, you need scissors, you need a pencil and a Sharpie or a marker, and then whatever you want to use as your medium. We remember what mediums are, so that watercolor, crayons, markers, you could sketch and just do pencil only, but it's kind of fun to have color. So you first take your piece of paper that's a rectangle shape, of course, and we're gonna turn it into a square shape. So let me see if I can move this down to where you can just see what I'm doing. Okay, so to have your rectangle shape and turn it into a square, all you do is you take the left corner right here and you fold it down to where it makes an even line with the edge. Can you see that? Right there, where it makes an even line with the edge right there. And then you just take your pencil and you make a little mark right there. And see, so you've got a little mark right there now. And all you do is you take your ruler. I forgot to tell you that to have a ruler, but if you don't have a ruler, it's okay. It doesn't have to be precise. But you know, you can always use the edge of a notebook or something like that. But you take your ruler and you draw that line across, and then you cut. And I did not make it very even. But like I said, there's no mistakes in art. We can do this. All right, so you now have a square. Okay, so on that square, you're going to fold it once in half, like this, long ways, okay? Then you're gonna turn it and you're gonna fold it again this way. So now we have 4 quadrants, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you just have it folded this way and this way, right? Into just 4 squares. All right, so you're gonna take your scissors and you're gonna cut up the center of that bottom square in between 3 and 4, and look what it does. Now you can see it's gonna start to create our room, right? So this side right here, on the right side, this square, we are not gonna use. So you can put a big X right there, okay? This side is gonna be our floor. You can see how it's gonna come together? And we're gonna have our 2 walls right there. So this is what you will glue, okay? So put it back down, and now you just start to do, I started with my floor, And I knew that I wanted to do gridding. Let me do this in Sharpie so you can see this better. I knew that I wanted to do gridding, and I did not want it to be perfect because I never want it to be perfect. Imperfect is perfection in itself. And so I made these lines when I wanted to. But you could do tile, you could make a rug, you know, you could do just a cool pattern of any sort using line and repetition. But what I did was I made those lines across like that. And then I made like cool swirlies to go through. And I just made them like that. Like some of them I made more of an angle. Some of them I made to come across. I just decided that I wanted to have kind of a neat pattern that really didn't make total sense. And then what I did was I colored in some of these spaces and started with black with my Sharpie in different shapes. Started to make the pattern that I wanted to. And I left mine black and white, but you don't have to. You could start to color, like if you wanted to, and make these black and white, and then every once in a while adding in some sort of cool color. But like I said, making a rug would be neat, or putting some sort of, any sort of pattern or print is kind of nice. It makes it interesting. See, you can see what I'm starting to do there, right? And then mine ended up like this. All right, so then after that, you still leave it open like this, but now we're gonna create our frames on our walls. So first things first, like I said, like to have it 2 inches square, but that's okay. You don't have to do that. You can make it whatever size and however many that you want to do. On the left side is going to be for my Modern Master. And on the right side is going to be my masterpiece. Yours, actually. And I'm just doing this for, I mean, this is an artist pencil, but of course, you know, you can do that with a pencil from the kitchen. It doesn't matter, in your drawer, doesn't matter. You literally can do this with any sort of paper. A watercolor paper is always nice because it accepts every medium. You know, you can do crayons, oil and chalk pastels, watercolors, doesn't matter. But if you don't have watercolor paper, it does not matter at all. You can still make it cool, even with like construction paper. Okay, so I've got my 2 insides of my frame, but you can decorate any type of frame. Like let's say you want to do, I did like swirly ones, you know, like ornate ones. But if you wanted to on this second one, you could do really angular squares. And you could make them like an art piece just in itself. And you could just like decorate this whole room, like, you know, just like a little mini, well, mini art gallery. Like I want to make some lines on this frame. Okay, so I just want to do it like this and not even make it even, and then color it in as I go, kind of like Mondrian. Okay, you remember him, Master? But see, that's how I want to make my frame there. And you could do the same thing here. Doesn't matter, you could make a totally different one. And then underneath on this side, I'd like you to write who your master is, your modern master is that you're emulating. So I said a Picasso masterpiece. And then I would like you to write my masterpiece right there. Now, after you fill this in, like I said, I'm not gonna go over it because I did already one here, and I don't wanna make you have to watch something so slow. But then all you do is fold this just like this. See, just fold with your floor on top, and then you just glue underneath right here. And then it comes together and you have your own little art gallery corner. Okay guys, I can't wait to see what you make. Thank you so much. You know I'm thinking so much about you, all right? You hang in there. All right, love you all.